What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. You already know the vibes. If you're new, drop a comment down below and let me know where you're coming from. If you're returning sub, then I see you and I appreciate you being here and sticking around and being a part of the family. This is your sign. If you've got a dream or something that you're pushing towards, go out there and do it. God's given you all the resources already, I'm telling you. Whether it's you want to be a YouTuber, you've not got a camera, use your phone. Whether it's that you want to be a chef but you can't go to culinary school, get in the kitchen, go on YouTube, learn. I swear, I watched enough episodes of Hell's Kitchen to teach me how to cook a steak, cook a fillet of salmon perfectly. Just believe in your sauce, believe in your talent, whatever it is that you can do. And today, the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm making patties today. And you guys are going to be annoyed with me. I'm not showing you the full recipe because I basically made patties a day ago. I made patties for Valentine's Day for a client that I was cooking for, and I have leftover filling. So I want to use the rest of the filling that I have to make some patties, but I've never made patties on YouTube yet. So I wanted to show you guys how I make the pastry, which I've actually done before for a different video for a curry goat pie. If you don't know about that, go on my channel because it is fire. But I'm basically making the same pastry, but I'm going to make patties and show you, yeah, how I do it. I will do this again, showing how I make the fillings and stuff like that. But for today, you guys are just going to basically watch me making patties, and I'm excited about it. And I'm so excited about it because I've decided that I want to create this into something. I've always said that I want my own Caribbean bakery. I want to sell my own baked goods. It makes me happy, and it reminds me a lot of this lady here. This is my grandma. She basically taught me everything that I know. If you followed me for a long time, then you know I talk about her all the time. But I've just had this feeling, this urge to do this and really take it seriously. So I want to start selling my patties. I really do. The batch that I made yesterday was, woo! 20 out of 10, like the best that I've ever made. The recipe is actually in my cookbook, Sundays, the Ultimate Sunday Dinner Handbook, and beef patties. There, I've got the recipe there. So I'm basically going to be following this recipe today for the pastry. But yeah, I just had a sign from the universe, from God, telling me, you believe so much in your food, get it out there to the people. So this is where you're hearing it first. I'm now going to be selling my patties. You can DM me, order them. I'm going to be delivering them. Fresh baked goods, yeah. And then you can just reheat them in the oven. And it's just like I made it for you. So I'm still staying in this energy, staying in this mood, radiating it to you guys, because if you've got a dream, make it happen. Believe in your sauce. So let's get straight into it. I will drop the recipe down below anyway, but if you want the full thing, just get the Sunday Dinner Handbook. And yeah, watch me make some Jamaican patties. We're doing veg, beef and chicken because that's all the fillings that I have. I may do some cheesy beef as well, because if you know, then you know. Share it with a friend, enjoy, sit back, relax, and let's make some Jamaican patties. Okay, so let me run you through what you're going to need. A big mixing bowl, 250 grams of unsalted butter, table salt, and obviously you're not going to need all of this, but you're going to need plain flour, caster sugar, a rolling pin, curry powder, better pack, turmeric, and you'll need a sieve as well to sieve everything. Now, of course, I'm giving you guys the recipe of how to make patties, but mine has got a little bit of extra special ingredients because, of course, you know, yeah, these are Chanel special patties, but I'm giving you a recipe if you did want to make them at home as well. Okay, so first what you're going to need to do is measure out 2 cups of plain flour. This recipe makes 6 patties, well, dough for patties. 2 cups of flour there. And you're going to get your bowl, your sieve, and just sieve it into the bowl. Okay, then once your flour is all sieved into the bowl, we need half a teaspoon of salt. Then we need 1 teaspoon of turmeric. This gives it the nice golden colour that you want. 1 teaspoon of curry powder in the mix. Half a tablespoon of caster sugar. And that just gives it, it's not sweet, it just balances out everything. Half this, put 1/2 in the freezer, and we're going to use it later, but the half that you're going to use now, we're going to cut it into cubes and then put it into this and make it into breadcrumbs. And also you will need 125 ml of cold water, like ice cold. Yeah, it just makes the pastry turn out better. Also, I will need to clear this whole space. I don't have a big kitchen, so I have to work with what I've got, but basically I'm going to need to roll this out all on this area. Okay, sorry guys, I forgot to do one thing, which I can still do. I'll just need to push that to the side. Is just mix the dry ingredients together so it gets all incorporated in. So before the step of adding the butter, just mix the flour so that all the curry powder, salt, turmeric gets worked right into that flour. Then you get a fork and go like this. You can do it with your hands, but I find doing it with a fork, you make less mess and you get a breadcrumb texture without needing to use the heat from your hands. Then it melts the butter. Yeah. Okay, so it takes a little while, but just take your time, use the fork, and then when it's all mashed into the flour, we are going to slowly add the cold water. And then your mixture should look like this in breadcrumbs, and you're going to gradually add in 125 ml of cold water. And I like to mix it with a knife. I don't know why, but yeah, I like to mix it with a knife. So gradually, a little bit at a time. Water. And then mix. Just so that it can come together slowly rather than you handling the mixture so much. You don't want to overwork it. And you'll start to see that yellow colour coming through. And just keep on adding the water in gradually. And once you kind of see it coming to a dough like this, so it's not completely in a dough, it's more like it's still got a few breadcrumbs at the side, that's when you want to use your hand and just begin to get it into a ball. So make sure it's not too wet, so it's still got a few of the breadcrumbs at the side, and then you just work it into a ball. And then once your dough is like this, you see it's got that yellow colour to it. We're going to wrap this in cling film and rest it in the fridge for about 30-45 minutes. Yeah, it just kind of lets it set, and then we're going to roll it out and grate in some of that frozen butter so that we can get some layers in the pastry. Okay, so our dough has been in the fridge for about 45 minutes to an hour, I would say. And then this is the frozen butter. So it's frozen solid, which is how you want it. Then you will also need a rolling pin, a grater, and you're going to need some more flour just to roll it out with. We're just going to sprinkle some flour onto the surface. Keep your flour nearby because you may need more. Some flour onto the rolling pin as well. The dough. Rest it on your surface, roll it around in the flour a little bit just to get it working. Like so. And then we're going to start rolling it out like a pillow. I'm just going to roll it like that. Flip it, and I always kind of just brush it underneath again so that it doesn't stick, and then roll it once again. And then we're going to get the frozen butter onto your first layer. Then fold. You can either fold all the way like this, so I'll do it like that first. Turn it and grate it again into this layer. Then fold again. And then fold again. And it should look like you've just got all those layers there, but what we do straight away, this is quite cold, which is how you want it. You want the mixture to stay cold. You just roll it. Again, to make sure your surface is all floured up. And I repeat this until the butter is practically finished. So again, I've got it like this. Grater, more butter. This way this time. I'm going to do it like this and like this, and I'm going to do some more, and then I basically just keep on folding and rolling out until the butter is all done. So that's what we're going to do now. now what I'm going to do, I'm going to wrap this again in cling film and put it in the fridge for another 30 minutes, just one final time to get all those layers like solid, and then we're going to come back, roll it out again and make our patties. So now we are back with our dough that's been chilling. So I have veg and beef filling. Now I actually thought that I had chicken filling left. I must have finished it. You know what, I think I'm going to add some cheese to the beef patties. So we're going to do the same thing as before, as in just roll it out with some flour. I kind of like to leave some flour up here so then it's easier. I'm going to use like a cereal bowl for this, so sometimes if I'm making smaller patties I'll use a different size one, but this I'll use, and it looks like I'll get quite a few. Our bowl and cut circles out like this, and then we'll add in our patty filling. Also at this point, turn on your oven to preheat at maybe 180 degrees Celsius. You just lift the excess from around it, rest it to the side, and you can make more from that leftover amount. My recipe makes practically, give or take, about 6 to 8. It depends how you roll it out, but mainly you get this many. And then lift them, and what I kind of do is just cover them in the flour and rest them to the side, because you're going to need space to put the filling in. So this prevents them from sticking to each other when you're resting them to the side. We'll leave here. Get your rolling pin and just go like this, back and forth a few times. This is just so that when you fold it over, it's easier to fold. Pick whichever filling you're obviously putting in first. And yeah, my filling recipe is in my cookbook. I will make patties again on this channel so that you can see, but this was basically just to show you guys me making patties so you can see how I make them. But yeah, we're gonna make some cheesy beef ones, and it's better when the mixture has cooled. When it's fully cooled, it's just, I don't know, it's a lot better. So you just put it on one half, press it down. This will probably take about 2.5 tablespoons because I like to fill mine well. And just spread it out, because you don't want, when you fold it over, there's no room for it to close. So just take your time, work it around like so, so that it's all even. Gotta make sure that in every bite you're gonna get a good amount of meat, and you want to fill it halfway so that when you basically pull it over, that covers the top. Because who doesn't love a cheese and beef patty? It's one of my favourites actually. And I'll probably rip this in half and put it like that. That needs more. Just fill like that, and then get the water, just dip 2 fingers in and put it around the edge so that you can seal your patties, fold it over like that, and then press down with your finger like this to seal it down first, and then we're going to go in with the fork. So that's how your patty should look. Nice, good size. And then just get a bit of the flour on the fork because you don't want it to stick to the fork, and just press around to seal. Make sure you press right down, but not so far down that it basically goes right the way through, just until it's sealed. And then press your markers on top. I'm going to just do one, and then basically I'm going to do a V in the vegetable one so I know which ones are different. That just lets the air come out. Press it down, don't know. And then there's what your patty should look like. So we've got 3 patties here. The one in the middle is just beef, and these 2 are cheesy beef. So I'm going to put these in the oven to bake now for about 30 minutes. And now we are going to do the vegetable ones. I'm so tempted to do oxtail ones, but I have a different recipe for that. I'm going to do a lasagna for that one. So the same method, and then here is the veg filling. A couple of spoonfuls of this in there. So the same method as what I did with the meat ones. Seal like that. And also I'm putting it out there, if I was making any that are vegetarian for vegetarians, I would not be making them at the same time as the beef, because of course you don't want to cross-contaminate. Okay, all right, just putting that out there before someone says it. Seal with the fork. And then I'm gonna prick these with a V instead, like that. Then they're the veg ones. this is my last patty. So I got 4 veg ones and 3 meat ones. I've got this much filling left. What I'm going to do with this, I'm actually going to put it in a bag and put it in the freezer, because you can do that. And then I could use this to make my curry goat pie if I wanted to. I could use it to make more patties. So yeah, because I've run out of filling, I'm just going to put this in the freezer, and then yeah, I can use it again for another recipe. So we'll be back in about 30 minutes to see the beef patties, and then these will go in to cook afterwards. Our patties, well, the meat ones are done, and these patties are giving well filled. Look at them. And I know they're going to be hot inside. If you hear that, yeah, you can hear it. So I'm going to take these off, put in the veg ones, and then we're going to taste these. Listen, leave them to cool down for a little bit, otherwise they'll just burn off your mouth. So yeah, give it maybe, I'd say even about 10 minutes, man, because these are going to be well hot. But that's our meat one, beef one, and then these 2 are cheesy beef. So we're going to try these ones soon. And here are the beef and the cheesy beef patties. The smell, the layers. I'll just show you guys. Hold on, let me block me out. Look at the layers. Yeah, obviously you can recreate at home. I add little extra things to make it into my own special secret recipe, but the basis of it is pretty similar, so you will basically, you know, get this. I'm gonna try, which one? I'm gonna try a cheesy beef one, and then basically, because I now wanna like put these out there, I'm gonna take some pictures, do all of that, and yeah, but I'm gonna give you guys a taste test now. I'm even thinking to cut into one. Yeah, because it's going to be hot, so yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Let's get a chopping board and set you guys up so that you can see it chopped in half. Patty, look at that. Oh, look, you see how flaky? It's just flaking off. And the layers that we have, that's what all the rolling and folding does. This is exactly what you want. Cooked on the bottom, nice and flaky. So we're going to chop this in half now. Crunch as well. Ooh. You see that? Nice cheesy beef patty. Let's put it side by side so you guys can see that. Oh my gosh, nice and filled, moist. That's what you want. This might actually be the thumbnail because this just looks too good right now. Let's do a taste test of this. Look, it's proper flaking up. Look, can you see that? Okay, that's when you know you've done well. Nice and crispy on the bottom. Let's give this a taste test. Look at that. Oh my gosh, you don't even know the way this is flavors right now. If I bought this in a shop, I'd be happy. This is why I want to start selling my patties. I know you're all probably going to watch this and say, you want the recipe, you want the recipe. It's in my book. I'm going to drop the ingredients list down below, and I will put the link to the video recipe, which is on my TikTok, or I'm going to upload it to shorts. Yes, I'm going to upload it to shorts so that you guys can see how I make the filling. But obviously this has got a few little extra tweaks because I've been working on the recipe so that I can sell these and turn it into a whole brand. Like, that's what I want to do, you know. So yeah, you guys will be able to make a version of this at home, but this one here, hopefully this will be in a shop one day, big everywhere. I'm talking all across the world, at a store near you where you can try this. All in front of me here, beer flakes. That's when you're eating a good Jamaican patty. We'll be back when the next set are done. I'm going to try them. So all these are the veg ones. Obviously I've already said I think my favourite is going to be the cheesy beef because that was just mad. But let's do a taste test of these as well. So let me just cut into the one that's beef, just in case we've got anyone out there that doesn't like cheese beef or whatever. Look at this now. Look at the meat, look at the flakes, guys. As you can see, my hand is shaking because it's hot, so that's how you know I love you. But look at that. Yum. I already know this is going to taste good because, of course, but I love when something good comes together. Now, with these, the ones that have just come out, they're obviously going to be very hot. Look at them. Look at them. I'm going to try and pick it up and just try it like this. The way, when you're eating a patty, there's a way to eat it to get the heat out and, you know. It's cooled down a bit though. So it's not, look at that. Beautiful. So this is a tutorial of how you eat a Jamaican patty. You want to bite it, but not too much. So hold on, go like this. Then you do this, heat begins to come out of the patty. So it should like cool down a bit quicker basically. So this is the veg filling, as you can see, it's hot. This has got cabbage, carrots, green peas, green beans, sweet corn, seasoning, all that goodness. That's the vegetable one, and it's actually really good. I'm surprised because I'm quite a big meat eater, but I like my veg patties as well. Yeah guys, this is kind of just it's like a manifestation video because the amount of times I've made patties over the past 3 years, like since I started TikTok, YouTube, all of that, and all I've said is I want to open a bakery, I want to open a bakery. This was like my sign, like make it, say it, and it will happen. So it's going to happen. And yeah, if you want to make beef patties, it's in my Sundays cookbook, this one, and I'm going to post a video to my shorts so that you guys can see how it's done. Obviously my recipe has got a bit more different tweaks because, you know, I can't give away everything because of course one day I want to open a bakery with the, you know, yeah, with the little secret things that are just going to make it that bit extra special. So yeah, but I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed watching. It's a very, you know, relaxing process, but give it a thumbs up if you ain't got no crumbs on me. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Drop a comment down below and let me know what you thought, and I will see you in the next video.